Hello all, we are going to learn the subject theory of computation. Before learning any subject, we must know the prerequisite of the subject and objectives of this subject. And question should be in our mind that what is use of this subject, what are the applications of this subject and what are the objectives of this subject. Now, prerequisite of this subject is discrete mathematics. It means before learning this subject, we must know the basic knowledge of discrete mathematics. Then we'll see the objectives. Now, the objectives are to introduce the fundamental concepts of formal languages, grammars, and automata theory. Again, to study and develop fundamentals for computational theory, then to apply abstract models for solving problems in computing and to understand the differences between decidability and undecidability. It means by this subject we will be able to learn how to create and design compilers. So these concepts are useful for designing compilers. Now in this subject here we have to learn different machines and languages. Now what are these machines? Machines are finite automata, push down automata PDA, Turing machine that is TM. So these three different machines we have to learn in this subject and we have to learn some languages that is regular language and context free language. So these two languages are specially used for these machines. Now we'll see one by one these concepts in first unit. So we'll start first unit. In first unit we have to learn about the finite automata. We have to learn about finite automata. So initially we learn what is an automaton. What is the definition of an automaton? Basically, automata theory is the study of abstract computing devices or machines. Now, what is an automaton? An automaton is defined as a system where energy, materials and information are transformed, transmitted and used for performing some functions without direct participation of man. It means simply we can say that do the things automatically without manpower. This is a simple definition of an automaton. Without direct participation of man, do the things automatically by automatic machines. The examples we can consider automatic machine tools, automatic packing machines and automatic photo printing machines. Or any automatic machine is an example of an automaton. Now we'll see model of an automaton. Now this model of automaton is given by two characteristics, inputs and outputs. So here I1 to I of P are the inputs and O1 to O of Q are the outputs. And this, if we are applying the inputs, then automaton process with the help of the states. Here states are Q1 to Q of N and we get the output. Sometimes output depends only on input. Sometimes output depends on inputs as well as states. So we can make two definitions. If an automaton, when output depends only on the input, then that automaton is known as automaton without a memory. And if output depends on the states as well as input, then automaton is known as automaton with a finite memory. I repeat, an automaton in which the output depends only on input is called as automaton without a memory. And if an automaton in which the output depends on states as well as input, that automaton is known as automaton with a finite memory. Now this is about automaton. Then we'll see about finite automata. So finite automata is given by basically two notations. First is transition diagram, second one is transition table. It means any application is designed by these two notations so that it can implement easily. So finite automata are useful in hardware as well as software. So example, it is used in software for identifying and checking the behavior of digital circuits, and it is used in lexical analyzer of a typical compiler. So lexical analyzer is one of the phase of compiler. Again, it is useful in software for scanning large bodies of text, that is collections of web pages, to find occurrences of words, phrases or any other pattern. Again, it is useful in software for verifying systems for exchanging information. So we can say that the advantage of having only a finite number of states is that we can implement the system with a fixed set of resources. So basically this finite automata is represented by two notations. Transition diagram and transition table. We'll see simple example how to draw transition diagram for any application. We'll see simple example, on off switch. How to design finite automata for this simple application. Now here in this example, suppose consider any switch, and if it is already in on state, if we push this switch it turns to the off state, and if it is already in off state, if we push this switch it turns to the on state. Now for this simple application we'll see how to draw transition diagram So there are basically only two states. So we are considering here two circles. So two circles are for states. And suppose if we push this button off, it turns to the on state. So here we are considering these arcs as an input. Suppose we push this on button, it turns to the off state. So here there are two states. These are given in circles and these arcs are shown as inputs. Now for considering inputs we can use any symbols, any letters we can use, and for these two states also we can consider any symbols. So these are two states and only single arrow is given, it means this is initial state. Initial state is also known as starting state. It means that we can start our transition from this state. If arrow is given for this state, it means this is initial state. We can start our transition from this state. And there may be one or more than initial states in given diagram. Then we will see final state. What is final state is also known as accepting state. If we form double circle of any circle, that is the final state. So final state means that if we start our transition from initial state, we must end at final state. Final state is also known as accepting state. Again, there may be one or more than final states. It means suppose we form double circle for first state also, it means there are two final states. We can end at this state or this state. And for initial state also there may be one or more than one initial states. It means suppose we consider arrow for this state, it means this is also initial state and this one is also initial state. It means we can start our transition from this state or this state. We have two options. We can start our transition from initial state, but we must end at final state only. So this is about the transition diagram. So in this way, for any application we can form transition diagram. So this is about the finite automata. Now we'll learn the next concept in next video. Thank you.